Welcome to the Let's Talk About Jesus podcast. My name is Emmanuel, and today we will be talking about Jesus again. And I'm so happy that you are here again. So let's go right into the topic. We are talking about conversations with Jesus, having conversations with Jesus. We will be looking at the Bible and trying to understand what it means to talk with Jesus, have conversations with Jesus. So let's go. The first verse we are going to look at today is from the book of Philippians chapter 4 verse 6, and it says, "Don't be anxious about anything, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving let your requests be made known to God." God is saying that we should not worry about anything. Instead, pray about everything. So, conversations with Jesus means talking to Jesus every time that you have the opportunity. You see, God is available to talk to you 365 days, 7 days a week, because God is ever present. We are the ones that are too busy to talk to God. So God is saying that He wants to talk to you. Jesus wants to talk to you every day as you drive to work. He wants to talk to you. We cannot limit prayer only to when we are in the secret place of our house, when nobody can see us, when we are at home or in our prayer closet. That's when you pray. No, prayer continues from the secret place. So you are, while you are doing your secular work, you go to job, go to school, you go to your pick up your kids from school. Wherever you are, God expects us to communicate with Him, to ask Him questions, to tell Him what we are feeling. He wants us to talk to Him. Talking to Jesus, having conversations with Him draws us closer to God. It brings us very, very close to Him. So if you want to be close to Jesus, the simple thing to do is to just say, "Jesus, how are you doing today? How was your day? Lord, how many people did you help today?" Just ask Him questions. Thank Him for your day. Always have something to say to Jesus. When you do, you see that He will talk back to you. He will always talk back to you. The Bible says, "Ask and you shall receive." In the book of Mark chapter 4 verse 24, in the book of Mark 11:24, the Bible says, "Therefore I tell you, whatever you ask in prayer, believe you have received it and you shall have it." Prayer can also be asking God to give you things. Prayer can also be giving God thanks for what He has done. Prayer can also be worshiping God. Prayer can also be, praising God. But many people don't know that prayer can also be conversations with God. Just pouring your heart, as you go about your day to God. Tell Him what happened at work. He wants to communicate. He wants to hear your pain. He wants to feel, what you feel. So Jesus is a compassionate God. He's so compassionate, and He wants, to help you in all your endeavors. He wants to be with you. He wants to guide you. In the book of John chapter 15 verse 7, the Bible says, "If you abide in me, and my words abide in you, ask whatever you wish, and it will be done for you." Abiding in Jesus can also mean communicating with Jesus every single day. You see, for my own personal life, when I don't look at Jesus, when I don't talk to Jesus, I feel disconnected from Him. And when I am not connected to Him, I start doing things that are very not good, they are very bad. So Jesus is the one that can help me to stay holy and pure till He returns again. So I need Him. So I cannot afford not to talk to Him. I cannot afford, I find that in my own personal life, when I try to do things by myself, I waste time. But when I stop, I say, Jesus, what do you want me to do? I ask him, I talk to him, and he tells me what he wants me to do. That's what he wants you to do today. He wants you to communicate with him. He wants you to talk to him and tell him the things that trouble your heart. In the book of 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 17, the Bible says, pray without ceasing, meaning pray without stopping. So God wrote in his word that prayer must not stop. The fire upon the altar of prayer must not go out. If this is the case, then how can we keep the fire burning of prayer? Simple. Throughout your day, keep your eyes on Jesus and talk to Jesus. Ask him questions. If you cannot hear his voice, talking to Jesus with the belief that he will talk to you is the training you need to be able to hear his voice. So you are training your heart to listen to what he will say. And the last verse we are going to be looking at today will be from the book of Jeremiah chapter 33 verse 3. The Bible says, call to me and I will answer you, and I tell you great and hidden things that you have not known. Call to Jesus, and he promised that he will answer you. He will not leave you alone to be by yourself. No, call to Jesus and he will answer you. So thank you everybody for being part of today's podcast. I hope you have been blessed. Simple, just talk to Jesus and he will talk back to you. That is the message. That is the message for today. Talk to Jesus and he will talk back to you. So if you love this podcast, I'd like to ask you to share, to like, to subscribe to our channel, to follow us on the podcast platform. And as you do so, every single day God will continue to bless you with more of his words, and he will continue to give you more grace to excel. Thank you for being part of today's podcast. Have yourself a wonderful day. Bye bye.